Hey guys, Fern here, and I wanted to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 online and its problems and why it's becoming frustrating to play the game and to grind it and to enjoy it. And it's mostly because of all these bugs that are happening, but this is just like my 2 cents. I know there's a lot of video people talking about the bugs, complaining about them, asking for changes and patches, which is fair. But this is just like my 2 cents. First of all, I'm an Xbox One player, and I feel this is just something that I think is true, but I'm not sure. I feel like right now PC probably has it worse between Xbox and PS. With PC, Red Dead Redemption was just recently available to them, and I feel like they're still probably really focusing on that. But overall, there's a lot of problems with Red Dead Online. And I think the three primary problems are disconnecting, camps, and animal spawns. I feel like all these bugs kind of tie in together at the end of the day. Like with camps, if your camp doesn't spawn in, you can't do your trader role. If animal doesn't spawn in, you can't donate to your trader role, And with disconnecting, you finally have your trader wagon and you disconnect. These seem to affect the trader role a lot now that I think about it. But with camps, when I first started playing Red Dead, definitely the camp thing was a really big problem. Now it's still a problem, but I don't see it as often. I don't have to set up my camp as often. Like it's not, it still happens occasionally, but not as frequently as it used to, for me at least. Is it just me, or do I have this like bad luck when I'm not focusing on animals or my camp? My camp appears and there's a shit ton of animals that spawn in, whatever. But that's usually the camp problems with me. I feel like it used to be worse. Now it's still not that bad, but now and then the camp still won't spawn in. Moving on to the animals. The animals is a 50-50. You can jump into a lobby and there could be animals everywhere. You can jump into one and then it takes you about an hour to just find like one raccoon or something. And it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of like you want to grind a trader role, but you can't. You want to get some, you just want to skin animals, you want to get some meats or whatever. It's just tedious, dude. And also this lobby jumping, One thing that I experience a lot, and this is I think the most thing that's annoying to me, is the endless looping loading screens, which there was a lot of L's, but well, damn, True Red Dead Online is taking a lot of L's, aren't they? Okay, whatever. All shitty jokes aside, I find myself like when I want to like hop into another lobby, or maybe I like want to restart the game, I'm in the loading screen for like 40 to 30 minutes. I'm not even joking. Like I'll fucking wait my ass off and be like, this is ridiculous, this is fucking insane, and I just won't hop in. I have to like restart the game, dashboard quit. Dashboard quit just means exit the game completely, by the way, but whatever. The other main problem is disconnecting. I've disconnected from a trader wagon. I've disconnected from my moonshine wagon. Some of my posse members have disconnected. I've disconnected when I'm in a posse, and then I've disconnected when doing a legendary bounty. Not a normal bounties, but a legendary bounties. So with that being said, I kind of want to get into each role specifically and talk about it. First, bounty hunting. I really never had an issue with bounty hunting, and it's probably my most favorite role. It's not the biggest pay. They do give you gold, like a little bit of gold for legendaries and for turning them in late, etc. I've only once or twice had a moment where I was doing a legendary bounty and I DC'd. I think both times happened when I was doing the Owl Hoot family legendary, but yeah. And then the only nitpicking I have to do with the bounty roll is the fact that sometimes I'll do a bounty in like, I don't know, Saint Denis, and then have to go all the way to like Valentine. This is like a normal bounty, by the way, like maybe like a 2-star, 3-star, like a $2 sign, $3 sign bounty, and I'm just like, holy crap, it's so far away, to go all the way over there and to come back. So I don't know, that's just me nitpicking though at this point. All right, moving on to the trader role, which I feel like there's some that I like. Okay, so one thing is obviously the wagons that DC, right? You get your 100 goods and you try to go deliver them, but then you DC. Now I've only had this like about once or twice happen to me, but it's not refundable. I tried contacting Rockstar, they said no, while when I made my posse in the first place, my posse wasn't working, so I asked them, and they told me delete the posse, and then they refunded me the money. So for the posse, it does work, but for the trader wagon, it doesn't. And I feel like I understand why. And it's because I know there's a lot of people that like to glitch out the 100 good wagons, and so they have a bigger payout and stuff like that, which I'm not for. I don't like doing glitches in the game because you're just fucking up the game even more. But again, that's I can't blame either side. I can't blame Rockstar for not refunding me the $600, and then I can't blame the gamers for just exposing the glitches because the company should patch them up and stuff. So it's just like a lose-lose, I guess. And then one thing that I do want to nitpick about the trader role is the hunting wagon, and how I think you should just make it more durable, like stronger. It's so floppy and it flies everywhere. It's like it's weak. It breaks so easily. I am glad that even though your wagon breaks, your goods are still on the wagon, right? But just make the wagon stronger. Why is it so weak? I don't feel like there's any need for it to make it so fragile. The hunting wagon, right? I think the trader wagon is good being fragile because like you have to protect your delicates, your goods, your trader. I think that's fair. But your hunting wagon, I don't think it's necessary to make it that fragile. But one thing though is that my hunting wagon is glitched. It feels like there's a pelt already on it. So for example, you put 5 animals into the trader wagon, right? But I feel like I can only put in 5 large animals, but I can only put in 4 large animals, and then my hunting wagon is full. So I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like glitched out that way or something. I don't know. There's no way, like I can't just resell and rebuy the hunting wagon. It's just stuck there. Let's talk about the collector role. Now with the collector role, I really haven't had any issues with them, except for a few instances here and there, but they're not like that major. Kind of, it depends, honestly. To me, the collector role is one of those roles where I don't play it, I don't primarily focus on it. I just kind of collect things as I travel along the way, and then if I get a set, I go sell it or whatever. It's not that big of a deal for me. I know it's a good way to make a lot of money, but yeah. But the two problems I've had are either there's an item that's supposed to be spawned in, and it's not there when it's supposed to be there. Now keep in mind, I do know my information. I know that some items only spawn in at night, usually like the flowers, and some only spawn in during the day. But regardless, sometimes there's an item that's supposed to be there when I'm looking at the collector map and it's not there, and I'm like, oh, did I already pick it up? No, I didn't. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I have to like restart the game. I do, and the item's there, and I'm like, okay, that was annoying. The other thing too is the item is there, but it's not letting me pick it up, and no, it's not because of my inventory being full. Again, it's just glitched. So I'm just like, this is also annoying. And yeah, those are the only two. Like it doesn't happen that often though. It's only happened to me like again once or twice, but it is annoying. Now the moonshine role, which I feel like the moonshine role has a lot of bugs, right? Because it's the most recent one. But honestly, the moonshine role is like my second favorite role. It really is. It's so fun to play. It's so fun to do. Sadly, there's a lot of bugs and like glitches that you run into that you're just like, you get annoyed of it. Okay, so with the moonshine, my goods have DC'd. Thankfully though, when I do DC, I quickly dashboard quit, and when I jump back into the game, my goods are still there so I can resell them. And I think that's pretty pog, honestly. How, I did my goods, I'm delivering them, I DC midway, I just quickly dashboard quit, and they're there. So that's good. I think that's fine. It is stressful seeing the whole server disconnect logo, but I'm glad that at least for me, I can still get my goods back. Maybe some of you haven't, but I did, right? And let's talk about the Marcel and Maggie not spawning in. I feel like we've all experienced this. When you walk into your moonshine shack, Maggie and Marcel aren't there, which is annoying because you have to like basically come in, come back out, or sometimes even restart the game. For me, the most annoying thing are the story modes disconnecting. So you'll do a story mode. The story modes are decently long. You'll do a story mode, and by the end of it, when the cutscene is finished, it'll just disconnect you, or it'll keep you on a loop on the loading screen again, and you'll just have to restart the game. You get the experience, but you don't get like the moonshine, when the mash price goes down. because that's what I do my story missions for. I do it so my match goes down. Same with the bootlegger missions. Fuck, over here stuttering and shit. But same with the bootlegger missions. Like I do the bootlegger, and then I do the story missions so the match can go down the price. But then the match DCs or whatever. But I think I've basically talked about every role, and then the main three, right? Camp, animals, and disconnecting. All right, now these are just another more things that I want to talk about that I've experienced, but maybe you guys haven't, maybe you guys have, Okay, so with all the stores in Red Dead, I'm only having a problem with the gunsmith, but it's specifically one of the cloths. So I'll apply a cloth to my rifle, let's just say like a white cloth wrapping around like my Lancaster, and then it'll be a white cloth, and then when I spawn into the game, it'll go back brown, and I have to keep going to the gunsmith to change it. And if my gun's not clean, I have to pay the 150, and it's just kind of like annoying. It's like, why can I not just do something as simple as spawn in with the cloth I originally equipped, instead of it automatically changing to like a brown cloth? And no, it's not dirty either. They're like, okay, another example. I'll apply a red cloth, like a red wrapping around my gun, and it'll spawn in brown, and I'm like, what is happening? What the fuck? I don't want this. So that's another thing. The other thing I do want to talk about are the waypoints. You set a waypoint, and because it's annoying to just keep tapping A, or like you want to go into cinematic mode and just wait it out. But sometimes you go into cinematic mode, you put your waypoint, and as your horse rides, sometimes it passes the waypoint. Sometimes you go into cinematic mode, you put your waypoint, and as you continue to go, sometimes your horse passes the waypoint, so you're not on the wave, you're not on where you originally wanted to go. Now you're passing it, now you get further away because if you're not paying attention. Let's say for example, you put a waypoint from like Rhodes to Valentine, and you set it, and then you go do something, and you're in cinematic mode, and you think, oh, by the time I come back I'll be in Valentine. But in reality, when you come back, you're like in New Austin, and you're like, what the fuck, how did I end up here? And I think the last thing I want to talk about are the parleys, and like getting away from people who are killing other people. So like I don't mind throwing down with people, I don't mind killing other people, and like if they want to have a shootout or something like that, like fine. But after a while, whether I just want to grind the game and not be bothered, or maybe we are fighting but I'm kind of over it and I want to parley. When I do parley, for example, let's say this guy shoots me and kills me in Valentine, and I parley with him. Why is it that I spawn in all the way in like West Elizabeth while he's in Valentine? Like, why isn't, like, can I not just spawn in Valentine? At least this has happened to me multiple times where I parley with someone, but I'm in Valentine because I want to, like, I don't know, just go to a bounty board, and when I die I get sent so far away, and I'm like, okay, now I have to go all the way back to Valentine. Like, it's just kind of like annoying or whatever. But anyways, one last thing that I want to say is that I think maybe Rockstar should take their time to really just update and have like maybe a patch update. They've been giving us so much content lately, and I feel like they should just take a break from the content and the cosmetics and just do one big patch update, really work on the game, hit hard, and like try to fix all these little bugs to make the game very more enjoyable. I love this game, and I get lost in this world, and it's so immersive. But when these little things just keep piling up and getting in your way of like fully enjoying the game, it kind of kills it for me, and it makes me not want to play it and like upload, and it just becomes like annoying. Okay. But I do love the game, and obviously I'm gonna keep playing it, but I'm telling you, it's like a bump in the road, with multiple bumps, a lot of bumps. It's like driving on dirt with rocks and stones, anyways, whatever. Oh, right, and the winter event, what the fuck was that? Christmas happens, then it's the 26th, and you get rid of the snow completely? Are you kidding me? No. At least still have the snow maybe slowly fade away, but it's still winter technically, so why are you doing this? Please stop. I think it'd be nice if, as the seasons change, they change the map up a little bit, fall, winter, spring, summer. But whatever, that's just my opinion, I guess. And yeah, like I think the winter event was good. I think the only reason the only con for the winter event being gone, or like the snow, is the fact that I can wear my moonshiner outfit now without freezing to death. Anyways, again, I don't hate the game. I just hope they really work on it, fix it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.